Hey, it's me, the NPC, in face cam form. I am so sorry. But yeah, I'm still experimenting with my video style, so going to try doing face cam vlogging for this one and see how that works out. But for now, I want to go back to one of my older videos, my roster predictions for Dragon Ball FighterZ, and go over what I got right and what I got wrong. So let's start things off with the characters that I actually got right, starting with Android 18. She was the first one to be announced after my video, which isn't the least bit surprising. What is a surprise is that Android 17 appeared as a support character in her moveset. I think we all expected 17 to be his own character, but hey, it's not like there's a law that says someone can't be both a support character and a DLC character. Just ask Pokken Tournament. Or Marvel 2. Beerus got in, but he was designed as more of a trap zoning character similar to Guilty Gear's Venom rather than an aggressive glass cannon like I was thinking. Tien's up next, and I was actually on the right track this time when it came to playstyle. While I got a lot of the specific moves wrong, Tien does follow that high utility function used to lock down the opponent that I was expecting. Next up, so many doubted him, but I never did. Captain Ginyu is in, and his body swapping ability is intact. He's also got the entire Ginyu force backing him up as support characters. I was not expecting to see so many characters appearing as assists as we ended up getting. We got 17, the Ginyus, Chaozu, Whis, and we've still got a few more to come. While I would like to see at least one more of the Ginyu force on the actual playable roster, giving Captain Ginyu a Captain Commando style of play just makes too much sense. Then we have Hit, and I really love what Arc System did with this guy. The cool-headed assassin really lends himself to being a character with a higher learning curve, and his more ground-based playstyle fits that role perfectly. You really have to be methodical and patient to get anything done with Hit, and that's how you should be playing a character like him. Gotenks brings his Kamikaze Ghost to the party, but not in the trap zoning way I expected. That ended up going to Beerus, and the ghosts are just a simple barrage. Still, are just as fun and goofy as it should be. And for the last of my accurate predictions, we have Nappa, the character I was probably the closest on. He certainly isn't a boxer by any stretch. If anyone in the game fits that description, it would be Hit. He is a bit of a heavy-hitting striker, but the biggest aspect of his moveset is the use of Cybermen. The Cybermen are the only support characters I saw coming, and they do fit really well as these little automated minions. Now let's talk about the characters that made it in that I didn't expect to see. First up is Android 16. Very happy to be proven wrong on this one. I didn't expect 16 to have enough to him to form a full moveset, but he serves the game well as the purist grappler character. Speaking of purists, we also have Yamcha. I wasn't thinking Yamcha would make it in, as he's kinda the eternal red shirt of Dragon Ball, but I'm actually pleasantly surprised with him. He's the pure rushdown character, and he actually is a good fit for that role with his Wolf Fang Fist. Next up is... oh, god damn it! I knew it was gonna happen. Didn't want it to happen, but I knew it was gonna happen. Goku Black and Zamasu are just such boring villains. But the Goku Black story was the new hotness when this game went into development, so he had to be in there. Then we have Kid Buu. I really should have put him in my predictions, but I took Arc System's statement on avoiding alternate forms of the same characters way too seriously. Even if they were going as far as I was expecting, Kid Buu still would have been worth making an exception for. Easily my biggest miss in my original video. Another character I probably should have included is Adult Gohan. Interesting design they went with for him with the potential unleash system. Good fit for the character, makes him an absolute combo fiend. I honestly wasn't expecting much out of Adult Gohan, but the devs really got the most out of him. 2-for-1 special up next with Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta. The only two clone characters in the game, but with 22 other unique characters, these two are a good bonus. I also really love what they did with them as both pre-order bonuses, but also unlockable characters that you don't really need to pre-order just to get. I would love to see this become the new standard, because everyone wins this way. Finally, we have the character that no one could have predicted because she didn't exist before this, Android 21. Devs adding their own OC to an established IP like this can be risky because there's always the chance you end up with DeviantArt fodder levels of awful. However, despite her sounding kinda Mary Sue-esque with being both an android and a Majin, Android 21 actually manages to fit with the cast really well. Her design, personality, and playstyle all add a great deal to the roster, and she's a great addition on Arc System's part. For the last big section, let's talk about the characters that I expected but didn't make it in. Granted, we might still get them as DLC, but I predicted that they'd make it to the main roster and need to own up to that. First up is Broly. Very surprised that a big fan favorite like him didn't make it in. I guess they want to hold off on the not exactly canon movie characters for now. However, I fully expect him to make it in with the DLC. There's just no way they're going to completely ignore this guy. Omega Shenron is not in there. There aren't any GT characters in there. It's for the best there aren't any GT characters in there. Master Roshi was easily my most out there prediction, and I can't say I'm too surprised that it didn't pay off. He isn't really that good a fit for this game. I mostly just wanted someone to be a dedicated rep for the original Dragon Ball. Lastly, we have Mr. Satan. Honestly, not a colossal loss since he'd only ever fit as a joke character, but it still would have been a ton of fun to see him in. Plus, I don't see him working as a DLC character unless he's kind of a joke character that has a goofy moveset, but is still perfectly viable in practice. People aren't exactly in a rush to make a separate purchase for a character that is meant to be bad. Now, I'm not going to go into the DLC characters I included because they were just kind of thrown in as a bonus, and there's still a chance I might be proven right on some of them. The only one I do want to bring up is Jocko because I do not know what I was thinking when I put him on there. That was really a stupid pick on my part, and there's no chance we're actually going to see him in the game. Watch, now Arc Sys is going to announce him just to make me look doubly stupid. In the end, Arc System Works definitely came through with a better roster than what I was thinking of. Great work, guys! Rest in peace, Marvel Infinite.
I hope you had the time of your life.
Now we've just got the DLC to look forward to. Anyway, how are you enjoying Dragon Ball FighterZ so far? Which characters do you hope to see post-launch? Leave a comment below and let me know.